Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Monday morning, as always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. I want to take a bit of a break from my vinyl collection from A to Z, which I'm having a blast doing, by the way, and talk about this wonderful, wonderful box set that I picked up a couple of days ago, ordered a couple of days ago. This is Joni Mitchell, the wonderful Canadian international superstar Joni Mitchell. This is the Asylum albums, 1972 to 1975. 4-album set included in this 2022 release. This came out. I've got the hype sticker as well. You got 4 great albums included in this: For the Roses, Court and Spark, Miles of Isles, which is a double live album, and The Hissing of Summer Lawns. Kind of right in the pinnacle of her career. Produced by, or remastered, by Bernie Grundman. Not familiar with him, but he must have done an amazing job. And the cover is painted by Joni herself, which is cool. She's a wonderful, wonderful artist. Also included are liner notes from none other than Mr. Neil Young himself. Okay, I won't read everything to you, but it's fairly lengthy. But love Neil at the end. Lots of love, Neil Young. So that's pretty cool that he took the time to pay tribute to her. And there's also a little hype, kind of a JMA, the Joni Mitchell Archives ad, I guess you would call it, of different things available from this beautiful, beautiful artist. And a couple of box sets I want to pick up as well from her and kind of grab the collection. I have a fair amount, I wouldn't say a fair amount, a couple of albums from her. Not the greatest shape, so I'm glad I found this one because, again, all remastered and sounds really, really good. This amazing artist, Canadian artist, turned international superstar. She started way back in 1964. Still active today at the age of 79. Of course, her voice has deepened quite a bit over the years. But, yeah, remarkable, remarkable stuff. So it starts off with, again, right in the kind of the pinnacle of her career, not the debut album or anything, just that where she was having more commercial success in her career, I believe. So it starts off with For the Roses, 1972 release. And again, with these little box sets, writing's very, very small, unfortunately. This is the 5th album by Joni, and I'm not really big on the design of this one because I'm always worried I'm going to rip the cover. But they're all in these cool little sleeves. And got the Asylum album logo. But yeah, this is the only one that's designed this way. But it opens up to beautiful Joni on the beach. Again, very, very tiny, tiny writing in this. But this is an amazing album. It's got the hit single You Turn Me On a Radio. Cold Blue Steel and Sweet 5 about James Taylor, her lover at the time, and his heroin addiction. You don't think of James Taylor as having a heroin addiction, but I guess that was a thing back in the day. Blonde in the Bleachers, Juggernaut on the Moon and Stars, See You Sometimes, Banquet, Let the Wind Carry Me. Just great bunch of songs. Graham Nash plays harmonica on You Turn Me On a Radio. Stephen Stills is part of the band on Blonde in the Bleachers. So big connection with Graham Nash and and Stephen Stills. And I think David Crosby is part of a couple of these albums as well. But that's when everyone was almost together, as far as they would share ideas, they would share different musical tastes and thoughts, and what do you think about this? And that was a thing back in the day. But an amazing album, uh, For the Roses. Again, her fifth studio album. And then you've got Court and Sparks, probably her most commercially successful album. I have this on vinyl as well, of course, not in such great shape. A little better design on the, still small writing, but a little better design, and the fact you can get access to the CD this way, so there's not much worry of ripping it, again, on that Asylum label. This is when she starts getting into more jazz elements, mixing in with the folk rock as well. Big hits. Raised on Robbery, one of my favorite tracks, and Help Me, beautiful Help Me, and the cool Free Man in Paris, and again, one of her most commercially successful albums, #2 in the US, #1 in Canada, double platinum. In 2020, it was ranked 110 on the Rolling Stones 500 greatest albums of all time. So it's an amazing album. You get Court and Spark, Help Me, Free Man in Paris, People's Fortress, Same Situation, sorry, Car on a Hill, Down to You, Raised on Robbery, Troubled Child, and Twisted. Jose Feliciano plays guitar on Free Man in Paris. I didn't realize that. And Robbie Robertson plays guitar on Raised on Robbery. Again, everyone got together at that time. David Crosby and Graham Nash backing vocals on Free Man in Paris as well. So some super big talent on this amazing album. One of my favorites by Joni, and happy to have it in my collection. And again, I believe she did the artwork on all her albums. Pardon me. Then we have a live album, 1974's Miles of Isles. Okay, it's a double album. There's beautiful Joni there. With this one here, there's a backing band, the LA Express, that she hired to be a backing band. And again, that Asylum label there. Amazing album. Again, the only downfall of these, I think, is the writing. I mean, yes, it's a small little CD packet, but that's the only downfall I have. Everything else sounds amazing. It's her first live album, in support of the Court and Spark album, recorded at the Universal Amphitheater, Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, and the Berkeley Community Center. 78 minutes of greatness. She had the jazz fusion band LA Express backing her up, as I said. You got You Turn Me On, Big Little Taxi, Woodstock, A Case of You, Blue, The Circle Game, Both Sides Now, Carrie, The Last Time I Saw Richard on here. It's a great live album. Amazing stuff. And the last album in here is The Hissing of Summer Lawns. I have this one as well on vinyl. There's beautiful Joni there. More tiny writing, but it's cool that they're all in these inner sleeves for protection. The same Asylum label. This is a really good album as well. Really good album. 1975 release, the 7th album by Joni. Backed Again by the LA Express. Um, the big hit in France, They Kiss on Main Street, is part of this. The album was nominated for a Grammy Award for the Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. You got The Jungle Line, Edith and the Kingpin, Don't Interrupt the Sorrow, The Hissing of Summer Lawns, the title track, Sweet Bird, and Shadows of Light, just to name a few. It features Larry Carlton, Robin Ford, and Jeff Skunk Baxter all on guitar on this one. You got James Taylor and David Crosby and Graham Nash doing backing vocals as well. Just full of talent on this. There's the track list there. So, nice little box set, reasonably priced. Actually, very reasonably priced, and something worth picking up. And I love it. I love it. I think it's an amazing, amazing box set by an amazing artist, and it just encourages me to get more from her. So, there you have it, guys. Check Joni Mitchell's box set out, the Asylum albums 1972 to 1975. And you won't be disappointed in the least. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.